Local worship pastor at the Church of Brook Hills, Matt Mason, recently had the opportunity to be part of a book project, Doxology Theology by Matt Boswell and other contributing authors. We sat down with him and he had this to say about the project.
It's basically trying to make a case that as worship leaders we don't need to think pragmatically about gathered singing, but theologically. And we need to aim at getting a gospel shape when we gather. So, for example, a lot of times worship leaders, we can kind of get stuck in the approach of thinking, okay, how can we make this really pop and sound great and make this sound like a rock concert, and how can we get the lights just right? And we're focusing on all the wrong things. So theology, nothing could be more important than getting it right and knowing that we're singing about true attributes of God, what God has truly done. So, for example, when you read the Psalms, there's a lot of emotion in the Psalms. We don't have to be embarrassed about the emotional aspect and component of gathered worship. We ought to be passionate. It makes sense. But all of the emotion of the Psalms is derivative. It grows out of theology. The idea of the chapter was, what are the kinds of specific things that we can derive from God's Word, from the Bible, that tell us what sorts of things God is doing in our hearts, strengthening, deepening our roots, helping us understand who He is, His character, His nature, that sort of thing. What are the kinds of things God does as we see?
With Doxology and Theology hitting bookshelves May 1st, you should be able to pick up a copy at your local bookstore. For Samford News Network, I'm John Dickson.